This is Hebron, one of the most contested, emotionally charged and politically complex cities on earth. It's the only city in the West Bank where Israeli settlers have taken over Palestinian neighborhoods, and the contrast here is heartbreaking.
More than 270 Palestinians have been killed in the West Bank since October 7th. The divide is stark in Hebron, where thousands of Palestinians live under the total control of the Israeli military.
We didn't come here with a political agenda. We came here with questions. What does daily life look like in a city that's been under military occupation for decades? How do families raise their kids when soldiers and settlers are just down the road? And how do people keep hope alive when everything around them seems broken? Welcome to Hebron, the city the world rarely talks about, but the one you need to see. This isn't just a travel vlog. This is a raw look into one of the most divided cities in the world. So today we're making our way to the beautiful cities of Bethlehem and Hebron. Hebron is also known as Al-Khalil. Obviously, Bethlehem, if you've been stuck under the rock for the past 2,000 years, is one of the most important cities in the Christianity religion. So we're going to check out loads of sites. The Church of Nativity, we're going to go through Bethlehem Market, we're going to go to one of the most important mosques for Christianity, Judaism and Islam, Ibrahim Mosque. We're going to do field of vision style. We're going to go on our own. We're going to take public transportation, which is a fraction of the cost. So we're going to show you how to get there. And watch to the end to find out if it is actually worth doing it on your own or if it's worth getting a tour guide. So right outside the Damascus Gate, behind me, you'll see the terminal bus station here, and you can get a direct bus all the way to Bethlehem, and then from Bethlehem you can also get a bus to Hebron and vice versa. So it costs really a quarter of the price or even a tenth of the price what tour guides are charging. Nadia's seen which bus it is. I think it's like 231, bus number 231.
You just missed it by 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was there.
You go Bethlehem? Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Going to Bethlehem, yeah? Yeah, okay, we're getting on the 231.
This is a little bit slightly longer, it's 45 minutes as opposed to 30 minutes, but should be good.
So we just got on the bus now, and it literally left about a couple of minutes after we jumped on. It costs 12 shekels each, and it goes all the way to the main Bethlehem bus station. There's a checkpoint along the way as well, which we have to basically show our passports and stuff as well. But I mean, there's loads of people here, so we just kind of follow the crowd and see whatever happens and go with the flow. This is what the bus looks like. Very spacious legroom. You have a nice view outside. This little man over here is really enjoying it. He's really excited that we're going on an adventure today. But yeah, we've gone through the checkpoint and we're actually in Bethlehem. This is really, really not far from Jerusalem at all. Like, literally minutes away. I think Zakaria might have fallen asleep. After a surprisingly short ride, we were dropped off at the main bus stop in Bethlehem. It was the first time we felt a little overwhelmed since arriving in Palestine. As soon as we got off, a few people approached us wanting to be our guides for the day. A taxi driver also followed us for a while, requesting to be our driver for the day too. We kindly declined because we like a good walk and explore things around us, and we find it's the only way you get to really experience things like a local. But then soon we understood why there was an air of desperation here. So while we're here, just to give you a few facts about the West Bank so that you know what the situation here is. So there's around about just under 4 million people living here in the West Bank, and majority are Muslim. There's a small population of Christians here, and they pretty much live under Israeli military occupation. And what that means is there's a huge restriction in movement. So people from the West Bank here, they can't even go to Jerusalem, which is basically a few kilometers away from here. It took us half an hour. And it's really crazy to think that the next city, the next town, which is really, really important to them, both religiously and part of their heritage, they're not allowed to visit without getting a permit to enter. And that permit costs around $1,200.
Take a permit, $1,200.
And we hear about this all the time, and we heard about Israeli occupation here and the restricted movements, but we've never really seen something like this before, and hearing it from these guys, from their mouth, it's just so sad to hear.
Even for us Muslims as well, like, it's just really sad. The economy, like I said, it's crippled, the people are struggling. Like, just comprehend that information. It took us 28 minutes on a bus to get to Bethlehem, and they're not allowed to go there. 28 minutes, it's like me being in Manchester and trying to go to the next town, I'm not allowed to do that.
It's really crazy to think that, isn't
sad.
it? And if you think about it, right, 2020, the world shut down for good 2 years. So there was no tourism here anyway, in what is a really restrictive area. So that's 2 years gone. A year later, when things finally started to look normal, you have October the 7th hitting, and then the war started where tourism completely ended. It's been like a good half a decade worth of like nothing going on here. And that's why people are really, really starting to feel it. So yeah, I really feel for what's going on over here. Honestly, you feel kind of almost helpless as well. You want to go, you want to see everyone, you speak to everyone, but what can you do, man? It's just, yeah. It's worlds apart from Jerusalem. Jerusalem is functioning, but here it's like, yeah, you can tell the desperation in people's eyes and faces. Yeah, it's really difficult. So now we've arrived at the birthplace of Isa alayhi salam, Church of Nativity. The surrounding square here looks really, really beautiful as well, actually. And then the first time we've been here, we've seen some Palestinian flags. Why? Because obviously we are in now Palestine, which is part of the West Bank.
In 1967, during the Six-Day War, Israel captured East Jerusalem, including the Old City, from Jordan. And ever since, it's been under full Israeli control. Despite international law seeing East Jerusalem as occupied Palestinian territory, Israel sees it as their eternal and undivided capital.
How empty it is here.
I can't believe how empty this place is.
Because I've seen videos online, it's absolutely ram-packed, jammed. It's like literally all this area is absolutely like no place to walk. You have to there's like one way in, one way out. Probably the first picture that I've seen in any church where the picture of Mary and baby Jesus is like a very probably close representation to them in terms of skin tone. Yeah. So we're now going down to the grotto, which is the main place. Absolutely crazy to think that that bit was absolutely quiet and people are sat there, just sat there chilling. Because any other time, every other video that we've seen, there's a stampede of queue coming in, and then it's a stampede to go basically out. And it's always like a one-way system. You go in, see, and then go out. But now, you can literally sit there and just relax. So it's crazy, crazy. So we're just coming out of the church now. We had a little walk around. It's quite interesting. There's 3 different churches there. We're quite lucky that it was really, really quiet there. So yeah, if you come now, that's one of the advantages that you have here, which is really good. But you know, the only thing is obviously because there's not many tourists, there's a few tour guides here and they all want to basically send you a tour and stuff. And so yeah, we're gonna walk up back to the main area and see what else we can find here to have a look at.
Food is a language everyone understands, and we've just arrived at what is known as the best halal restaurant in Bethlehem, and the locals say it's the place to eat, so we had to check it out.
Assalamu alaikum. What do you want? You have
grilled chicken,
okay, grilled chicken.
shawarma,
Okay.
falafel, hummus.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so you have falafel, chicken shawarma,
Grilled chicken.
grilled chicken as well. Yeah. Okay. How much is half chicken? Half?
Half chicken.
Half chicken.
40 shekel, my brother.
40 shekel.
With hummus and with salad, falafel, bread, everything.
Okay, we have half chicken. 40 shekels for half a chicken with hummus, salad, bread. Like, wow. Got bread.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then you get a mixture. Oh wow, look. Oh, and a bit of falafel as well.
Ooh, our first falafel here.
So we have like a nice little array of little salads here, which is quite typical here. Oh, very nice. A little bit more. Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
And there's your chicken. It's a good chicken. Yeah? Nice grilled. Very, very nice people here, you know, very nice people, especially this restaurant owner. It's #1 in the whole of Bethlehem, this restaurant.
Number 1, I think
Yeah.
it's 76.
No, #1 out of 76 restaurants.
wow.
Yeah, top rated on TripAdvisor. So that's very, very,
I can say that the food is really nice.
very good.
Like the hummus, like you said, it's different taste.
Yeah. So we're just speaking to our brother over here and he's telling us about the situation here in Bethlehem, and it's like, it's completely dead. Like businesses are all really suffering because no one's coming. And you can see like the street over here is empty and usually it's quite busy. This restaurant that we're eating at now is the #1 top rated restaurant in the whole of Bethlehem, but it's empty, and usually the street used to be full, requiring more tables. And we're like hearing firsthand from our brother here about the hardships of traveling in between the West Bank and into Jerusalem, and they're not even allowed to. Al-Aqsa Mosque, have you visited?
In the last years, but now not come.
Not allowed, no?
Not allowed because the soldier for the Israel asked me, where do you want to go? I want to go to Jerusalem. You have the permit for 1 month, is allowed. Not you have, well back to the day.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah, just allowed here.
With words or without words, same the equation for the allow the visit Jerusalem.
So
Same.
war or no war, the same
normal-
situation.
Yeah, same. The government $1,200 is allowed for 1 month. It's crazy. We waiting you. Come to Bethlehem, come to Palestine, come to West Bank. Really, it's normal, not any danger. It's saving.
Inshallah, we will tell everyone. We'll tell everyone, inshallah, that it's safe here. Let's come and visit. Come visit Bethlehem. Come visit Jerusalem, Al-Aqsa, all these places, and support these brothers and everyone. Yeah. Here we go. Thank you, brother. Guys, come and visit the shop.
Barakallah fikum.
Come and visit the
Come
shop.
visit my store. It's store.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Everyone's going to come here, inshallah. Yeah.
You're welcome, my brother.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, brother.
And as we continued our walk around Bethlehem, we again experienced more of the friendly, welcoming vibes of the locals here.
Thank you.
Come to Palestine.
Yes, first time, yeah. First time, alhamdulillah, yeah.
How's the business been for you guys? Is it the economy very hard right now?
Look, I will give you something. I have a restaurant downstairs for Muslim, you know. I have in the week like at least 4 group, 5 group. From 1 year and a half maybe I have only 5 group for 1 year and a half.
Wow, so before
okay.
daily 5 groups a day. Now,
I have a souvenir shop. You know, all the day I have a lot of stores. From 1 year and a half.
and before COVID, everything was
You know,
fine.
COVID, it's coming, it's a little bit hard, but after COVID,
Things
was
slowly
little bit
becoming,
slowly,
yeah.
Yes, but now what happened in Gaza,
Yeah, it
Stop.
scared everybody.
Yeah.
probably something, you know. I don't stop you to sell you or something,
No.
I stop to tell you what the real.
Of course,
what
of course,
happened.
yes.
You want to sell, sister? Sell.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll make it share.
No, it's okay.
No, okay, okay, Jazakallah.
You can stand. We just was walking past and this lovely guy offered Irfan a cup of coffee, and he never says no to a coffee.
I never say no
and
to a
now
coffee.
we've got chairs coming out.
Shukran, thank you so much. Thank you.
How is the coffee?
Very nice cardamom
Got
coffee, you know.
cardamom coffee.
Yeah, it's coffee with cardamom in it. This Palestinian style coffee, yeah. Yeah.
He was actually a genuinely really nice guy. We were just walking past, and he offered Irfan a cup of coffee.
You know what? I was thinking I could do with a Red Bull and a coffee. I've had a coffee, now it's a Red Bull.
But yeah, we're literally on the way walking to the separation wall, which is a Banksy painting, which we're about 4-minute walk. And then hopefully we were thinking of going to Hebron after. But our lovely guy at the shop, he said he's got someone coming from Hebron to drop off a suitcase and he'll take us for free. So
To Hebron, which is amazing.
yeah.
Like, that's going to save us a lot of time.
This is known as the Separation Wall. It's a huge wall built by Israel in the early 2000s. They say it's for security, but for Palestinians, especially here in Bethlehem, it's changed everything. Just under 40% of the population is under 15, and kids grow up with checkpoints, permits, and limited access to basic things like school and hospitals. It's more than just a wall, it's a daily barrier to normal life.
So this is a famous wall here, which has basically got loads of murals, loads of paintings, street art here. And this, guys, is one of the crazy walls that separates,
It's like split through
Israel.
Bethlehem, isn't it?
basically, yeah, split right through Bethlehem. And it's crazy to be here and actually see this wall. It's something like,
It's what we've seen all over social media, but
Yeah.
actually to be here.
it's absolutely crazy, man. Like actually being here, this wall. A wall that has been built by a government, a military, to separate two people. So there's another Banksy mural there, which is the roses and the key. Just as we were walking back, we see the dove, the famous
yeah.
Banksy dove painting right there. The dove with a bulletproof vest on, holding an olive branch. And you've got the Palestinian Heritage Center there as well, right next door. There's all these little paintings that you can basically see around here. But Banksy basically came here and just put up a load of murals, load of paintings. I still don't understand how he managed to do it undercover on these walls in probably one of the most heavily guarded cities and places in the whole world by the Israeli army. Right, we're going to go and see our guide that's hopefully going to take us to Hebron directly there, which is going to be big help for us, big help. Let's go. Brother, thank you very much for this, yeah? Okay. This one here.
Okay, this is your cozy.
Just past a checkpoint coming into Hebron, and the traffic coming out of the city is absolutely mad. I've missed the beginning of it, but you can see it's like lining all the way back here just because they're checking all the cars, ensuring people leave out, and it's just mad. Again, to enter and exit a city, you've got 2 guards holding up the whole of literally the town. It's like almost infuriating and annoying to see at the same time, but it's crazy. Welcome to Hebron, Al-Khalil.
Shukran, thank you so much.
Shukran.
Right, we're just being dropped off. Woohoo!
So we've now made it to Hebron. I think it took like probably about 40 minutes, maybe less. I don't know, I knocked out, to be fair. And Les, the driver, he was basically explaining all the places and everything along the way, and I couldn't really understand what he was saying, but we tried to communicate through hands and stuff. But yeah, we made it to Ibrahim Mosque. Now we're going to go here, check it out.
We made it to Hebron, also known as Al-Khalil. This is one of the most heavily militarized cities in the West Bank, with numerous Israeli checkpoints dividing neighborhoods and severely restricting Palestinian movements, especially in the old city. It felt surreal to go through a military checkpoint, armed soldiers, and ID checks just to enter a mosque. But for Palestinians, this isn't a one-off experience. It's something they're forced to deal with every single day for years. We felt really overwhelmed doing it all by ourselves. If you're thinking of visiting the West Bank area, we'd highly recommend getting a tour guide to take you about. Before entering the mosque, we noticed even more Israeli soldiers stationed behind the fence. They didn't approach us or say anything, but the heavy military presence with guns in hand just felt really off around a religious site.
So we're now in the most sacred place in the whole of Palestine. It's the Ibrahimi Mosque. It's basically the burial place of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and it's also known as the Cave of the Patriarchs because here lies the tomb of Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife Sarah, and their Yaqub alayhi salam and Ishaq alayhi salam. And so you can see as soon as you enter over here, you've got over there Ibrahim alayhi salam's tomb, and then you've got Ishaq alayhi salam's and also Sarah's tomb over here as well. And then you've got this place over here which is called Asghar al-Sharif, which is basically the entrance point to the caves underneath as well. Interesting fact is this place is actually half masjid, half synagogue, and obviously the Muslims come in the masjid, the Jews go into the synagogue, and it's heavily guarded as well. There's a lot of guards over here, and there's a separate entrance. There's a checkpoint as well, so make sure you bring your passports here when you come. It can be a bit intimidating, but actually the guards are really nice because they know we are Muslim and this is a holy site for us and it's a holy site for them as well. So they're really, really reasonable. So as long as you've got your passports, you will have no issues coming in.
And yeah, the checkpoints and barriers are real, but maybe it's just part of the test. The Ibrahimi Mosque isn't just any place. It's the place where Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, also known as Abraham, his sons and their mother are buried. Visiting this site is sacred and it's a reminder of our roots, our faith and what truly matters.
So we've just come out of the old city into the new city now. I don't know if you can really see behind me because I don't want to make it obvious that I'm recording, but you've got one of the main settler places there, kind of to the behind me on the left, and you can see the Israeli flags and metal nets that cover the shops and stuff because you hear that things are get thrown over into the shops from they throw rubbish down. So yeah, you kind of see it firsthand for yourself here, to be fair, the segregation and the settlers that are coming in, taking over certain places. But we're trying to now get to the main area so that we can potentially get some food and then also a shared taxi back to Jerusalem. We were given some directions by the people at the masjid, so hopefully we can find it. Let's see. But this is the main street of Hebron, outside of the main town, and it's pretty quiet, I would say. A lot of the shops are closed, right?
Yeah, it looks a bit quiet. It looks a bit run down as well.
Yeah, it's really a really interesting place. Completely different to Jerusalem, like really worlds apart. This is.
It is.
How many shekels to Bethlehem?
During our time in Hebron, we had a real moment of realization while we were trying to get a taxi back to Jerusalem.
How much to Jerusalem?
No allowed, no?
Oh, not allowed.
Locals kept saying no to us or shaking their heads, and at first we were really confused why no one wanted to take us, but then finally one man explained, we're not allowed. Many told us they were unable to leave their towns or visit nearby cities like Jerusalem without applying for special permits that are rarely granted and often denied without explanation, but also very, very expensive. What would be a short drive for us is a lifelong barrier for them. Simple freedoms like movement, worship and work are tightly restricted in this region.
Assalamu alaikum. Is service to Bethlehem. Bethlehem. This way? Okay. This way, yeah? Okay. Service this way. Okay. Shukran. Thank you. The
Feels
service.
like I'm back in Lahore again.
I know. But this time you can't speak the language. Yeah, so we need to go down this way. On the left hand side, you'll see like a big board for service, which takes you to Bethlehem. I think we just have to keep asking around, to be fair. Okay, so now it looks like we're going through the kind of main market area. So this is probably what you meant by the main area. G Zakaria. Oh, you want that? Okay, we get it later when we go back to our home, okay? Okay, then we get it later, Zakaria. I'm really hoping over here somewhere we're going to come across the collective that goes to Bethlehem. Assalamu alaikum. Half kilo. Half kilo, yeah. I want to try these as well because I've seen so many guys sell these as well. 3 shekels for half a kilo of strawberries and some of the green fruit which I've never seen before, so I'm going to try some of that. Continuing our adventure to see where we can find this taxi stand. No idea where it is. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Bethlehem bus or service?
You shall go to the bus station.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, sorry, yeah.
Behind the bridge.
This building here, yeah?
The next one.
Oh yeah, the next one?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. We've been looking for everywhere to go to Bethlehem. Right, so that red writing, apparently the bus station is over that way. So let's go over there, get the bus to Bethlehem. There's the sign to Bethlehem there. How much is to Bethlehem?
If we change the road, because the Israeli border is closing.
Okay,
For example, we go to the middle,
50
like
shekels.
this. Maybe 50.
15 shekels, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Right, we made it to Bethlehem. Now we're going to make it to Jerusalem.
Okay, I think a lot of people are getting off. Whoa, that was not bad. We literally got the bus.
Okay, no, the
That could have been totally different. We could have been sat freezing at that bus stop for ages. But literally within a minute, the bus has arrived and we are on our way.
On the way back to Jerusalem, our bus had to pass through a checkpoint, something we didn't experience on the way to Bethlehem. 2 soldiers boarded the bus with rifles and everyone had to get off. They checked our passports, asked questions like what we doing here, are we tourists and where are we going, but they let us back on the bus. One old lady did get held back for a very long time, but eventually after some questioning, she was also let back on. We asked if she was okay and she laughed and said it's nothing, we're used to this. But for us, it was a simple glimpse into the restrictions they live with for years. It's like imagine living in London and needing a special permit to go from the east to west and being denied that permit just because of your ethnicity. This is what life feels like for many Palestinians living in the West Bank. The West Bank is a Palestinian territory, but movement in and out is strictly controlled by Israel. Palestinians need permits to visit Jerusalem, and many Palestinians have never stepped foot into Jerusalem, even though it's a few miles away, because they're just not allowed.
It's full on day, there's loads going on, so I definitely recommend doing it. But me personally, we did it on our own. I would say do it with a guide.
Do it with a guide. Do it with a guide. Do it with a guide. Do it with a guide. Do it with a guide.
Bethlehem, Hebron. It was good, it's really informative, really good, really eye-opening. But this last bit here just brings you back to reality and shows you what's going on here. Keep that in mind, guys. Reflecting on the journey, a lot has happened. We've done so much in such a short space of time. It feels like we've been here forever. And one thing I'll just have to say, the way finishing this trip is, from mine, I'd urge every single person that's watching this video, book that trip and come here. They want to welcome you, They want to see you. It's safe. It's okay for families. It's okay for individuals. Come here and visit. Do not leave this place alone.
I have a message for all the Muslims who say, Inshan Allah, come to Jerusalem. Inshan Allah, come to Aqsa. Inshan Allah, come to Holy Land. Inshan Allah, come to the old city. When you come here, don't say we are visiting tourists. Never. This is your land. This is your home. This is your aman.
We came here with questions and left with even more, but we also left with a deeper understanding of what it means to exist in a place that's both ancient and aching. This is Hebron. You've seen it through our eyes. Now the question is, what will you do with what you've seen?